The mods are cooking up some fantastic projects, and this month's newsletter shares some numbers into the recent Max Cash update. Let's talk about it, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. This month's newsletter shares insight into one of the most impactful RuneScape updates ever, the max cash increase, in which the maximum amount of gold that could be held or traded on the Grand Exchange was increased to 2.1 quintillion, a number no player will ever reach. The update has reduced the amount of player-to-player trades by 10%, and what this tells us is that at least a portion of trades above max cash have stopped occurring in World 2 player-to-player trades. Exact numbers behind player-to-player trades above max cash are unclear, as many player-to-player trades are likely white noise trades, like someone trading over some food during a bossing trip. The average amount of gold going out of the game thanks to that GE tax is up 82% since before the update. We don't have numbers as to what was being removed before, but if we assume the estimate shared with the introduction of the tax, which was 86 billion GPU per day, the current tax is removing nearly 157 billion GPU per day. We are of course missing a lot of context here as to how that 82% was calculated. The massive increase in gold going out of the game has a lot to do with the over 6,000 trades above max cash that have occurred on the Grand Exchange since the introduction of limitless Grand Exchange trading. If this trend continues is uncertain, but I'd say it's unlikely for as many rares to be traded every single month. The biggest sale on the Grand Exchange so far, according to jagex, was 244 billion GP for a Christmas cracker. I wonder when this trade occurred, because jagex manually updated the price of rares above max cash by setting their GE price to their average trade value on the Grand Exchange, leaving price manipulators in shambles. Rares crashed quite hard for a couple of days, but now, according to unofficial sources and price trackers, seem to be recovering from this dip. But I'm sure it had some kind of psychological effect on those rare hoarders. The mods have been jamming this week to work on Gamejam projects that may or may not see the light of day, but if and when they do, it usually results in some of the best updates. Mod Blackwitch, alongside a couple of other mods, is working on graphically updating even more outdated areas. Given her track record of graphical work and reworks, I wouldn't be surprised if we see these being added to the game in the coming months. She has been working on graphically updating the Polnevich Slayer dungeon, the Varrock Sewers, a certified classic, the Edgeville dungeon, and Ardoing. Yes, it's Ardoing. Mod Alex is working on a graphical rework for the Necromancer's Tower near Ardoing. My attention went straight to the reworked version, and I couldn't even recognize the location due to the tower actually being a tower now. I say this every time, but Blackwitch, Alex, and all other mods involved in updating areas, lighting, and skyboxes deserve a lot more credit for working on making RuneScape feel as one RuneScape. The absolute powerhouse which Mod Shogun is working on a lot of things, including but not limited to dense forest fast travel, faster Ring of Daemonheim teleports, noted ham member thieving loot, visual clue scanning, and improved Archglaze or minion damage, which seems to be based on Enrage to a point where you could deal 30,000 damage per minion at 4,000% Enrage. But more importantly, Mod Shogun mentions a potential drop rate change in the near future coming to the Archglazer, in which frozen cores may actually exist. Mod Camel, Abe, Fowl, and Rain seem to be working on creating or finishing the 4th Rex Matriarch. According to Mod Camel, the original update intended to have a 4th Rex, and so the environment for it already exists. If you've ever been near the Rex Matriarchs, you've probably noticed the unactivated Orvan teleportation device and this 4th area across the water. I wonder what's going to make this Rex Matriarch different from the other 3. Mod Ramon's recolorable Comcape colors might come into the game in the near future, as the core development seems to have been finished. The only thing holding it back is getting a green light from the product team. Speaking of cosmetics, jagex K9 is working on adding the Makeover Mage to your customizations menu, which would allow you to change your gender as fast as your cosmetic outfit. Mod Breezy and Monotipia I'm not sure why that was so funny, but they are working on updating the Aura system UI, improving the visual icons, making them easier to recognize, making it easier to differentiate auras between different tiers by using different colored and placed triangles. This looks so good that it would be a shame for it not to come into the live game. Also, Monoteepee, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry for laughing at your unusual mod name. Mod Chaos and Frosh are working on what seems to be either a new Gamejam dig site, so an archaeology expansion, or archaeology inside dungeoneering. Whichever it may be, it's in its very early stages, and please remember that these updates may never see the light of day. Mod Days is working on increasing the buff bar's customizability by increasing the amount of toggleable options. Mod Forza, Melkor, and Liblez are working on a beginner's guild prototype. I'm not sure what the purpose of this guild is going to be and what their vision is, but I have a feeling it might be an extended tutorial for returning players or something of this sort. Modorn is working on speeding up clues by improving easy NPC clue speed. And finally, Mod Sponge is working on some new kind of jewelry. I wonder if this has something to do with necromancy at all? Probably not. The gem being teal-colored could just be a coincidence. Perhaps it's something like Essence of Finality 2.0 or an Essence of Finality upgrade. We'll have to wait and see if this ever comes into the live game. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the update, and if you did, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.